Have you ever watched your pet curl up silently in a corner, scratching behind an ear, then quietly licking the clumps of fur falling like snow in the middle of summer? That moment isn't just silence. It is grief in disguise. It's a cry for help wrapped in fur and love. Unable to speak your language but desperate to be heard. I am a veterinarian. I live with beings who do not speak but teach the purest truths. Their pain doesn't scream, it whispers through their eyes. Their posture, the stillness between tail wags, or the way they shift their paws when you approach. I've seen countless pets, these fur-clad angels of the household, suffer for months from excessive shedding. Skin infections, itches that never stop, anxiety, depression, fear of touch, all caused by human habits that seem harmless. But in truth, these are invisible knives we unknowingly hold to their skin. There was a cat named Mitt. Her family adored her. She was the apple of everyone's eye. A fuzzy child raised with laughter and gentle hands. One day, her fur began to fall out, bit by bit. They panicked. Some blamed the weather. Others thought it was hormones. One aunt insisted it was jealousy toward the new baby. Remedies ranged from herbal baths to turmeric pastes. But no one thought to check the shampoo. They bathed Mitt with their own shampoo, one for humans. Fragrant and foamy. They didn't know her skin was 10 times thinner than theirs. They didn't know the pH was entirely different. They didn't realize each bath was stripping her protective oils, leaving her skin exposed like burned paper. Her fur didn't fall because she was jealous. It fell because she was hurting. Then there was Chubby, an adorable pug with eyes like marbles and a tongue always dangling out like a pink ribbon. But every time her owner touched her, fur came off in clumps. It was in the bed, on the couch, on clothes, in the baby's food. They loved Chubby, but love turned into frustration. They thought about giving her away, not from cruelty, but from exhaustion. The house had become a battlefield of fluff. They came to me, desperate for a miracle cure. There is no miracle, there is only truth. And truth is, Chubby was starving. Not for food, but for nutrients. She lived on white rice, fatty pork broth, occasional table scraps, lacking omega-3, biotin, zinc, or proper protein. Her body surrendered. Her fur gave up. Her skin wept. I told them, you are feeding her from routine, not from love. Food is more than calories. It's armor, a spoonful of the right page, a tiny tablet of vitamins, a few pellets of quality kibble. It can change your life, or save it. And there's one more truth most people overlook, brushing. When was the last time you sat quietly, brush in hand, and stroked your pet's back? Not just to clean them, but to listen, to feel the rhythm of their breath, the warmth of their body, the trust that flows between bristles and skin. Brushing is meditation, it's affection, it's healing. People think brushing causes shedding. The opposite is true. Dead hair left unbrushed clogs pores, triggers itching, and leads to worse shedding. 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes. No expensive spa needed. You are the spa. You are the only one they need. There was a little girl once, barely 9, who entered my clinic crying. In her arms, a cat no bigger than a loaf of bread. Its fur was gone, replaced with raw patches of red. She whispered, I bathed pus with my mom's shampoo, it smelled nice. Her voice cracked. She didn't mean to hurt her pet. She only wanted it to smell like home. I didn't scold her. I looked into her tear-soaked eyes and saw remorse deeper than any punishment could teach. I didn't feel anger. I felt heartbreak. Because this is not rare. Every day, someone somewhere hurts an animal out of ignorance, not intention. That's why I started writing, making videos, sharing every lesson I've learned in this life wrapped in fur. Not for fame, but for those silent lives curled at our feet. Pets can't speak, but they know pain. They feel betrayal. They feel loneliness. And they forgive, again and again. They forgive the cold baths, the rough hands, the broken promises, the long days alone in a locked apartment. They forgive more than we ever deserve. Have you ever seen your dog wait at the door when you're late? Have you seen your cat stare at you from the windowsill, eyes wide, body still, wondering if you'll come home? Have you ever heard that soft whimper when your pet is sick, yet still tries to comfort you with a lick on the hand? Their love is not loud, not flashy, it does not post or boast. It simply stays. If you've read this far, I know you've loved. Maybe you've cried when your pet wouldn't eat. Maybe you've begged the sky when their fur began to vanish. Maybe you've whispered apologies into their fur for forgetting to feed them, for yelling when they barked too much, for being gone too long. And if you've never loved a pet, that's okay too, because love begins with understanding. And understanding begins with stories like this. I don't want your pity for animals. I want your awareness, because from awareness grows compassion. Next time you see your pet, look closely at their eyes, their fur, their breath. Don't take it for granted. Don't assume it will always be there. One day, that pillow will be empty. That tail won't wag. That bark won't echo in your hallway. And all you'll have left is the silence they leave behind. I've saved many pets, but I've also said goodbye to many. I've held trembling hands of owners as they sobbed. I've heard more, I wish I had, than I can count. I wish I'd known. I wish I had fed better. I wish I had brushed daily. I wish I hadn't used that shampoo. I wish. But I wish cannot bring them back. Only what you do now can save the one you still have. Pause. Buy the right shampoo. Fix their meals. Set a brushing schedule. Listen, touch, love properly. Love while you can. As a vet, I don't want to see you in my clinic with tear-stained cheeks. I want to hear you say, since I changed those habits, my pet is healthy again, happier than ever. That's why I wrote this. Not so you'll remember me, but so they will be remembered. So they can live, fully, comfortably, deservingly.